Ukraine's defenders successfully strike Russian rear on Kherson front, General Staff. Ukrainska Pravda. Ukraine's armed forces are conducting counter-battery combat, destroying the warehouses and successfully targeting the Russian rear on the Kherson front. Source: General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Facebook. Information as of 6 o'clock on 7 October. Quote: The armed forces of Ukraine continue to conduct defensive actions in the east and south of Ukraine. The offensive operation on the Melitopol front and offensive operations on the Bakhmut front, Destro. Why the enemy, liberate the temporary. Below are your comments. Hoping Ukraine wins, but what I read daily about how Ukraine is doing, does not seem to mesh up with Russia still on offensives. If Ukraine is doing so good, how can Russia still mount offensives all along the lines? Even as Ukrainians drove the cowardly Russian terrorist navy out of Crimea, they will drive the RDLY Russian terrorist army from the whole of Ukraine. The orcs continue their useless attacks on Ukrainian citizens while their forces continue to be pushed back to the east of Muscovy. The Ukrainians have lost. We have lost all of our money. Ukraine has to accept the defeat, and we have to accept we have lost billions of dollars. The Russians are running out of equipment to target. Next news. German president expresses his concern over situation with U.S. aid to Ukraine to Biden. Ukrainska Pravda. During his visit to Washington, German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier expressed concern about the lack of further U.S. assistance to Ukraine due to the paralysis of Congress. Source: European Pravda. Spiegel details. I am one of many in Germany who is watching this not only with interest but also with concern, Steinmeier said after meeting with U.S. President Joe Biden. Below are your comments. Joe wouldn't give $100 of his own to Zelensky, but American taxpayers' money, while struggling with IGH prices, is gifted to corrupt Ukraine to continue non-winning war. As we have a $1.5 trillion budget deficit last year and we have a $33 trillion debt. Shouldn't he be expressing his concern over situation with his own country? Europe is on support from U.S. Support your own self-defense. The taxpayers are done. The Europeans can bleep each other with their own money. Once again, those freeloading Europeans want to scam the American people into paying most of the bill for this war. Those Europeans are always trying to scam the American people into paying the bills for all of their crazy continual war. Next news. Zelensky. Russia will try to destroy Ukraine's energy infrastructure this winter. Kyiv Independent. In the upcoming winter, Russia will attempt to demolish Ukraine's energy infrastructure with more attacks, President Volodymyr Zelensky said during his evening briefing on October 6. Below are your comments. What happened to the spring, summer, fall counteroffensive? Never mind, we know it failed to reach any of its goals, and yes, your infrastructure will be pounded this winter, not only the electrical grid but the oil, gas-based infrastructure as well. Also anticipated is a Russian winter offensive. How? Zelensky. Russia will try to destroy Ukraine's energy infrastructure this winter. Maybe he should come to a negotiated settlement with Russia and avoid this. Ukraine should return the favor and hit the Russian power grid with all that it has. The begging never stops with this wannabe dictator. Give mother bombs to Ukraine. Use it on Russia. Next news. U.S. plans to announce new military aid package to Ukraine next week. Ukrainska Pravda. Next week, the administration of U.S. President Joe Biden is expected to announce a new military aid package for Ukraine worth about $200 million United States dollars. Source: Reuters, referring to sources' details. The media outlet notes that the composition of the next military assistance package is still being formed. Below are your comments. Seems we're giving aid every day, and we will not recover 1 cent. Send some cash too for luxury properties and designer purses. A person I formerly served with works in weapons manufacturing and was told by management to stay quiet about the massive cash flow the company is receiving. Much better and easier than Iraq and Afghanistan times, and stay quiet so it keep. This two lovers relationship becomes more ridiculous day by day. The question is, who is manipulating who, Zelensky or Biden? Next news. 4 injured after Russia strikes Odessa Oblast with supersonic Onyx missiles. The new voice of Ukraine. Nay. Russia launched an attack on Odessa Oblast in southern Ukraine in the early hours of October 7, injuring 4 civilians while targeting civilian infrastructure with Onyx supersonic anti-ship missiles, the South Ukraine Defense Forces reported on Telegram. Below are your comments. What is Russia's replenishment rate for these Onyx missiles? The use of these missiles indicates Russia's desperation. The world's outcast, their economy in distress, extraordinary military losses, Russia is now rendered due to the use of Onyx missiles. Russia's dismal performance is sad but not unexpected. In returning, Biden gives Zelensky one of America's best defender, and a few billions tax dollars to Zelensky. Next news. Former teacher of Kyiv University suspected of high treason posts photo of herself with Russian trick Oler on background. Ukrainska Pravda. Yevgenia Bilchenko, a former professor of the Mikhailo Drahomanov National Pedagogical University WHO is suspected of treason, has posted a photo of herself with an assault rifle in front of a Russian flag, thus openly supporting Russia's war against Ukraine. Below are your comments. If they started a female version of the Ramones, she could be the lead singer. I guess she is not planning on getting tenure. Dang, that would stop a train in its tracks. Finally, we all know what happened to Pippi Longstocking when she grew up. She was referred to by her classmates as Bucky. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.